Today we're looking at different buildings from Dr. Seuss's books. Notice all the different shapes he uses and the strange ways that he creates stairs to nowhere and different doors, funny rooftops, and all sorts of details. This project is inspired by Dr. Seuss's Whimsical Cities, and it's a drawing project using construction paper, pencil, and Sharpie. You might also choose to create a larger city by working on a white piece of paper and drawing your individual houses spread out, and then you can connect them together. There are two drawing handouts for this project. One explains the steps and the other one has different ideas that you can use for shading, textures, and just different shapes for houses. And the first step is to draw a 2D or 3D room. And I usually draw it low on my paper so that I can build around the city. So if you want to draw a 2D house, you're going to draw just a square with a triangle. And to make it three-dimensional, add diagonal lines and then connect the point and the side. And then you can give your Seuss house any kind of door that you like. Then, to make it sort of whimsical and Seuss inspired, you can add different kinds of weird shapes kind of behind your first room. So I usually come out and just sort of come up and make some bumps or curves. You can also add things like staircases and maybe even different kinds of roofs or towers. Then the third step says add things like windows or gadgets. So you want your windows to be inside this shape so that your house is not confusing. You want to keep all of your details within this shape that you drew. Unless you want some gadgets that stick off, maybe like a chimney or some curls. But you want to keep this background space from getting too busy, otherwise you won't be able to see your house. I like to add different windows, maybe an archway. And then the last step is to shade your windows. So a regular window is just gonna have your shape, and to shade it, you're just gonna kind of pick a side and you sort of make like an L to make it have a 3D edge. And then you can go in with a thinner marker, maybe a Sharpie or a fine tip Sharpie, and you can add a detail so that it has like a stripe for a shadow. You can also add these kinds of details on the side of your buildings. So I can sort of go around the edge of my building and give it a shadow. You might want a shadow on your roof, or maybe even on your stairs. And that's it.